About an hour and a half southwest of Oklahoma City sits 98,000 acres of land that is home to various wildlife such as coyotes, snakes, turkeys, and elk. But this is not the kind of place to take a nature walk and find some peace and quiet. This is the site of the artillery ranges at Fort Sill, and when you hear a voice yell fire, things are about to get loud. The Missouri National Guard's 1st Battalion, 129th Field Artillery, spent a large portion of their annual training in April working with the M777 Howitzer. It is a 16-foot-long piece of British craftsmanship that packs quite a punch. These soldiers cherish the time that they get to live fire these guns and put into practice the skills that they hone during their monthly drill weekends.
During the year at home station, we do a lot of dry fire missions. We train in our positions, we perfect how we operate the howitzer. Annual training is the time when we get the live ammunition, we get to send rounds down range, and we get to see the results of our hard work throughout the year.
This is what we do. We love to shoot. We're at home station. I'm pretty much just in the office doing some paperwork, catching up on some maintenance stuff. I love it out here. I might not get to shower, but you know, it's worth it in the end.
It's a chance to get away from work and my civilian life and come out with all of my friends and family that I've made in the Army. It's a chance to put your skills that you've been trained to work.
This annual training was a unique opportunity to perform direct fire, where soldiers can actually see the round hit its target just a few hundred yards in front of them.
Direct fire was awesome. I never shot direct fire before, so I liked it a lot. You can actually see the round just fly. Usually when we go on a mission, the round would go straight up and you see it for like a split second, but here you can see it like go and travel, spiraling down. Next thing you know, boom.
For a lot of soldiers, that was their culmination of their AT because no one had ever done that. That was a big motivating factor, and you've seen a lot of high motivation during this AT for that.
We've been doing a lot of progressive training, and we're doing more complex missions. Whenever you come out and initially see it, it's hard to gauge how far we've come because these weapon systems are fairly new, only 5 years old. We're at a run pace on training, and we're doing very well.
The 1st of the 129th is made up of 3 batteries, Alpha, Bravo, and Delta. There is a historical significance to the lack of a Charlie battery.
During World War I, Harry Truman commanded Delta Battery. Before that, he was a lieutenant in Bravo Battery. After he became president, they reorganized the Army and went to 3 battery battalions. They used to have larger ones. After they redesignated it, they kept Delta Battery due to Harry Truman's service there. So we have the only Delta Battery in the United States Army. The battery they took over, I guess, had gone through several commanders. His leadership style was enabled him to take command and hold it, and then while he was commanding his troops, it was famous him saying, "I'd rather be commander of Delta Battery than be president of the United States."
In addition to the 3 firing batteries, the 1st of the 129th Battalion has 2 other units that play a big role in running successful missions. The 1128th Forward Support Company, which handles support aspects such as maintenance and food, and the Headquarters and Headquarters Battery, or HHB, which gives out mission orders to the firing batteries and also contains the medical staff.
The medical section of the 129 is myself, the physician assistant, and we have 13 combat medics that support the gun batteries during live fire.
The 1st of the 129th could not run a successful AT without the support of these personnel who are off the firing line.
As an artillery battalion, we have 12 guns, but we have 500 people to support those 12 guns, whether it's from the cooks to supply that makes sure you get everything that you need, to the ammo sections that go and draw the ammo and have it ready for you when you're ready for it.
HHB is kind of the element that you don't see. It's not quite as glamorous, I guess, as the guys on the gun line, but it's just as important. They definitely couldn't get their mission done without the guys behind the scenes doing all the hard work to get the rounds down range.
4-6-3-8-4-2, 3-8-4-2.
At the heart of the Headquarters Battery is the Fire Direction Center, or FDC, and the Operations Center.
Fire Direction Center is under the tan camo netting, and they're the ones controlling the fires for the 3 batteries, designating who gets the missions and coordinating with the observers on the hill. And then on the other side is the Operations Center, so they're more movement control, controlling supporting elements, ammo, making sure that gets to the gun line. So they really work hand in hand.
During the annual training, the HHB picked up and moved a couple times. They go from trucks rolling into an empty field to being fully set up in about an hour. Another behind-the-scenes support element is the retrans. 2 soldiers are posted up on a small mountain to aid the Fire Direction Center in communicating with the gun batteries.
Our team is comprised of 2 soldiers, myself, the retransmission chief, and a lower enlisted soldier. We are given a grid coordinate, a location on where they have scouted out would be best for our communication, and we are sent up here in the vehicle to set up all of the antennas and everything you see around us. The radios that we use, the SENGARs, are line of sight radio systems, so if you have obstacles in the way, such as the hills or mountains that are on Fort Sill, it's difficult to get a direct line of sight between the 2 points, so we go up on those obstacles and set up.
The M777 requires a minimum of a 7-man team to operate it. Every soldier on the team has a specific role. When you watch a gun team in action, you can't help but think of a pumped-up high school football team. But don't let the intensity fool you. Everything is done with a purpose of efficiency and a mind for safety.
As field artillerymen, we're masters of check and recheck, and it's what sets us apart from other branches. Every step has a check and a recheck, and we're very accurate. That's what keeps us safe. That's what keeps the round going where it needs to go.
The battalion didn't stop firing after the sun went down. That was just an opportunity to break out the illumination rounds. These munitions are used as a bright light source when the infantry is trying to gain the upper hand on an enemy at night.
If we're targeting something at night, like you got an infantryman on the ground, he can put an illumination round up and then he can shoot the target that he sees in that area that he's watching.
The 1st of the 129th Battalion was visited by members of leadership on the same day they were taking part in direct fire.
Make sure you're passing it up through your chain of command so that we can help get the equipment and everything else that you need to support your training.
We had Colonel Martin, the brigade commander, and then Sergeant Major Sportsman, the brigade CSM, and then we also had Colonel Terry Mast. It meant a lot for us for them to come see our training because they support us, obviously, help us develop all the training plans and execute those throughout the year. And I think they're really impressed with what they saw. Direct fire range is always a treat for people to see, and then just seeing all the different aspects of our mission that we've coordinated and brought together. And I think that them getting out and seeing the soldiers and the soldiers seeing that for their support to our soldiers is really important for the whole operation. Has been tried and found worthy to be numbered as one of our trusted members.
The 1st of the 129th surprised Command Sergeant Major Sportsman and Colonel Mast with an award ceremony where they presented them with medals for the Ancient Order of St. Barbara, one of the highest honors for field artillerymen.
Fire!
Both Colonel Mast and Sergeant Major Sportsman were originally from the 129th, grew up through our ranks, and then obviously have achieved great success. We just wanted to show our appreciation to them. Their influences helped us to get to where we're at today. I believe there's less than 15 of those our battalion's ever presented, so it's a pretty elite group of artillerymen.
Command Sergeant Major Sportsman and Colonel Mast each got a chance to fire a howitzer from Bravo Battery as a final hurrah for their time in the battalion. The 1st of the 129th had a successful annual training, and it's clear to see why the battalion has an excellent reputation and continues to attract outstanding soldiers to artillery.